Hello. If you liked the video, I would like to remind everyone that you can be aware of every video by subscribing to my channel and turning on notifications. You can support us by doing this. Enjoy watching. The half-elven sailor Earendil summoned the aid of the Vala against Morgoth. Earendil was born in Gondolin, and his father was Tuor, son of Huor, and his mother was Celebrindil Idril, daughter of King Turgon of Gondolin. Earendil was born as a half-elf, Earendil, so he combined elven intelligence and beauty with the strength of humans. Earendil's childhood was spent in Gondolin. Gondolin is a hidden kingdom surrounded by mountains, and Morgoth does not know its exact location. However, Morgoth captures Maeglin and manages to learn Gondolin's location from him. During Morgoth's attack on Gondolin, Maeglin captured Idril and his son. Tuor fought Maeglin and threw him from the city walls. The city of Gondolin fell, King Turgon died, but Tuor, Idril, Earendil and the others managed to escape. They planned to escape from the Valley of the Eagles, a special road prepared by Idril. This crossing was a dangerous place. They were ambushed by the Watchers and a Balrog, but Glorfindel, leader of Gondolin's Golden Flower dynasty, sacrificed himself so everyone could escape. Tuor, Idril, Earendil and the survivors settled in the Valley of Sur-Ion in 511. Earendil met the shipbuilder Cerdin on the Isle of Baelor and received training in navigation from Cerdin. With Cerdin's help, Earendil built the ship Vingelet. Earendil married Elwing in 525, the same year Tuor and Idril separated, sailing west. While at sea in 532, Elwing gave birth to twin sons Elros and Elrond. In 534, Earendil set out to reach the shores of Valinor and see Tuor and Idril. But he was blocked by shadows and spells and returned to the shores of Beleriand. In 538, one of Feanor's sons learned that one of the Silmaril was in Elwing and attacked Sur-Ion. Elrond and Elros were captured. As his sons were captured and his people slaughtered, Elwing jumped into the sea with the Silmaril on his chest, transformed into a great white bird with the help of the sea god Ulmo and landed on the deck of the ship Vingelet. Earendil and Elwing were in great grief after the destruction of Cirian's ports. Maglar took pity on the two brothers and began to love Elros and Elrond. But Maglar's heart bore the brunt of his heavy oath. In desperation, Earendil saw that there was no hope left in Middle-earth, and again set out to seek Valinor. With a Silmaril tied to his forehead, he sailed west, stopping at the bow of his ship Vingelet. They reached the Enchanted Isles, the Shadowy Seas, and the Lonely Isle. At last they docked at the Bay of Eldamar, where they were spotted by the Teleri people. Earendil said that he had decided to go to Valinor alone, and that he would face the dangers alone. Elwing stated that he took the risk not to leave him alone. Together they jumped into the white foam, but were forced to part ways by Earendil's fears. Earendil reached Calasyria. The people of Valinor had gathered here for the feast. Seeing Earendil's arrival and the light he carried, those who saw it moved towards Valimar. Earendil reached the green Danube and entered the streets of Tirion. The city was deserted, and Earendil was filled with anxiety that evil might have reached these lands. Earendil reached Valinor and went to the halls of Valimar. The Vala gathered Earendil and summoned Ulmo. Earendil begged forgiveness and aid on behalf of the Noldor. Elwing was worried as Earendil had not returned to Elwing after his long stay in Valinor. Elwing went to Alqualand, where the Teleri fleets are located. Finally, Earendil was summoned before the Vala, and Manwë's decision was announced. Earendil gave Elwing the choice, and Elwing chose to stand trial among the firstborn. Earendil chose the same for Elwing's sake. On the orders of the Vala, Eonwe went to the shores of Aman and took a ship with 3 sailors in it. They were sent to the east with the help of the wind of the Vala. Vingelet was blessed and brought to Valinor. He was passed through the gate of night and was raised to the oceans of the heavens. The army of the Vala came to the shores of Beleriand and fought against Morgoth in the War of Wrath from 545 to 587. At the end of the war, Morgoth led the winged dragons to the battlefield and attacked with dragons. But Earendil gathered the great birds of the sky, and with these birds, led by Thorondr, they fought against the forces of Morgoth. Earendil succeeded in slaying the Black Ancalagon. The dragon fell on the Thangorodrim towers, the towers collapsed and shattered. At sunrise the Vala's host was victorious, most of the dragons destroyed. Morgoth pleaded for peace and forgiveness, but was chained and imprisoned. His 2 Silmarils were taken and guarded by the Vala. Elwing waited for Morgoth to be imprisoned in the Undying Lands as he ascended into the sky with Vingilet. The Star of Earendil was bestowed upon the people of Numenor in the year 32 of the Second Age and is Elros, son of Earendil king of Numenor. Later, Earendil's star was placed in a bottle by Galadriel to aid Frodo during the War of the Ring.